Definitely, as we're getting down here, it's going ever so close to represent us at Worlds here.
That is a very shiny Purrely.
And it does connect and is able to find a memory off the top. Setting card, then activating the memory, discarding Rivalry of Warlords. I think he has a feeling he knows what his opponent is on and that it's not going to be too much help in this matchup. Yubel mainly going for just Fiend monsters, which, yeah, completely fits the requirements of Rivalry of Warlords.
Definitely. I think at this point, players have scouted out their opponents, like who's been sitting next to them, who else has been performing well, who the competition is. So at these stages of the games, it is you do have a good idea of what each other are playing, especially in the top cut, where you generally, your next round opponent is whoever you're sitting next to.
Exactly. See a bunch of cards there. That's reveals his 3 from the My Friend Purrely. Shuffles them about, has a random selection. Jared elects to select use a dice to select. Was a 5. So 2 back into the deck for Tim and a 1 to his hand.
Yep, they're just clarifying which memories are being used. I believe this one's the Delicious memory.
Yep, discards a Purrely, just the regular one, out of hand to summon yet another Purrely monster from the deck to the field. Rolling off the top. Delicious memory, and I think that's a happy memory there.
Yep, so just players just confirming which ones are being used. I guess they all have relatively similar names and appearances, so it is always good to double check, make sure which ones have been used and which effects have not been used.
I think we see a plump there. Activating the happy memory. Plump's effect.
To attach.
Yes, I believe so. It's definitely going all in. He's trying to make that very big Purrely Noir. Such a bane of many players who have come against the Purrely strategy here.
Yep. Just the ability to detach to and place cards to the bottom of a deck is very powerful, as well as being unaffected by activated effects.
So now we see a plump with the 4 materials. Turn to attack mode, so this is going to provide a... There goes, Purrely Noir, 5 materials, I believe.
2, 3, 4, and 5.
Turn those to an SP Little Knight. Nothing to banish, and no extra monster used in its summoning, so it couldn't banish anyway. It looks like... Even though there doesn't look like a lot of cards on Tim's side of the field, that Purrely Noir is going to be...
once per turn. Oh, is that 6 material? That is indeed 6 material, so it will be able to use its effect 3 times.
Brilliant. Jared didn't use any cards out of his hand that turn, so he's coming into this turn here with a full grip of 6 cards.
Yep, I think Purrely started in one of the best ways he possibly could.
5, 6. Let's count it out again.
There isn't the memory which allows him to draw a card, though.
No, there's none of the sleepy memory there, but Jared starting strong, special summoning, Kashtera, Unicorn. Spin from Purrely Noir, sending the Unicorn back to the deck, Jared's main deck there, before it gets a chance to either search for a Kashtera spell trap.
Ex-Purrely Noir only have 4 materials now, so it will be affected by activated effects. Oh, and we see the triple tactics talent.
Brilliant stuff. He does. I think he will be selecting to take a monster here, and either one looks like a very good choice indeed for Jared. But
Tim will use the SP Little Knight to be able to temporarily banish itself and the Ex-Purrely Noir, so that triple tactics talent will resolve without effect. But essentially, it did what he wanted him to do anyway by removing some of the points of interaction that are available. Now he's free to activate his Nightmare Throne.
Exactly. He's only got the 2 cards face down. I think one we can assume is at least another memory because it got targeted last turn. But the other card, though, the middle card, I think is the outlier. We're not too sure what that is.
Could potentially be Infinite Impermanence, the Black Goat last that we've seen, or just any other memories.
So Nightmare Throne gets to add the Summoning Beast to his hand. Fiend with 0 attack and defense does fulfill the requirements.
Yep, he's going to summon the Dark Beckoning Beast. It will be met with the Infinite Impermanence.
So he's not going to be able to search for the continuous spell card, Awakening the Spirit Gates, nor is he able to gain an additional normal summon if he already had it in hand. Jared running the numbers in the plays here.
Yep, so that looks like he'll be going for a fusion summon of the Phantom of Yubel, using the Samsara D Lotus, and I believe it was a Terran Incarnate, was it?
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. So leaving himself with 1 card in hand.
It is the game state right now is fairly simplified, and it's going to be very painful for the Yubel player, given that my friend Purrely is able to start, see 3 more cards in the deck, and for you to add 1, so he'll be able to start playing from there. He also gets the SP Little Knight and the Ex-Purrely Noir back later as well.
Yeah, I think he's forced to go down a Yama line, and that's exactly what he's done here. Yama is able to search his deck for an Unchained monster, add it to his hand.
Yep, so the only one that he plays is a Shavara. And there we see it.
2 cards in hand, one's an Unchained Shavara, and the other we have yet to in the knowledge of. Ah.
He's setting a field spell on top of the Nightmare Throne.
Does he play the Kashtira field spells? Nope, it's another copy of Nightmare Throne here. So he opened up 2 copies. And while he can only activate 1 Nightmare Throne per turn...
He's going to push for some damage now.
Yeah.
With the Yama, his 2000 attack, and Shavara, I think, is 24.
Not too sure. It sounds about right, though.
It's also 2000.
Ah, true. Just linking both of them off now, and this is going to be the Unchained Soul of Rage. Shavara effect.
So that's setting the escape from the Shavara. So that puts 2 points of interaction, essentially, 2 ways that he could interact with his opponent.
I'm still not sure why he had to get rid of that Nightmare Throne in hand. Maybe the people in the comments will kindly let us know about why he did that. But end phase, SP Little Knight returns, and Purrely Noir will be returning to the field as well. It's got to be face down, that's why. Thank you very much, team. Tim drawing for turn.
This is the part where he's going to be able to start amassing a lot of advantage. He has the draw phase, he has the My Friend.
Yep, cool, we got that. Thank you very much, Judge, for clarifying. Reading.
Yep. Tim is just reading the Yama to make sure he gets a full understanding of its graveyard effect.
And Dark Ruler no more off the top. Suddenly Unchained Soul of Rage is not going to be able to activate its effect this turn, but no damage is going to be able to be dealt to Jared.
Yep. However, he still has the Escape of the Unchained set.
So Sarah thinks about it. Nope, flips it up. Targets the Rage. Targets the My Friend Purrely. SP Little Knight banishing the Rage temporarily and banishing itself. So My Friend Purrely gets to stay. And Tim attacks with the Purrely Noir. What's it got?
Purrely Noir has 1100 attack points.
Okay. Nice,
but there is 0 damage done because of the Dark Ruler no more.
That is very true. Is
that a Pearl Leap?
It looks like it, yes. Goes into Happiness now. Happiness declares an attack.
You can add a Purrely card from your deck to your hand. So even if it doesn't deal any damage, it still gets that effect.
Adds Purrely to hand. It's not used as normal summon yet, so it's going to be something good for him to start to get going in main phase 2. And we see main phase 2, normal summon the Purrely. And adds the, is that the Delicious Memory again? Oh no, it's straight Purrely straight.
The field spell, very powerful, prevents your special summoned Purrely monsters from being affected by from being targeted by card effects. Yeah, like we were saying, how once you have one card, able to get more cards, Purrely will be able to recoup all their advantage real quickly. And I believe Jared is sitting on no cards in hand, no cards on field, and he has just with the Soul of Rage.
Banished, yeah, temporarily banished, that's right. And yeah, it's just snowballing here in card advantage here for Tim. Delicious Memory. Here comes a Plump in defense mode there. There's that Sleeping Memory there, so Tim's going to be gaining even more cards as well as soon as it gets to Jared's standby phase.
The Plump is able to attach 2 spells or traps in the graveyard to it, so he will be able to get back to his Purrely Noir with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 material again.
Ooh, so he's going to have 3 spins again, but only 1 spin is going to be protected before it becomes able to be affected by other card effects there.
Yep, and during the end phase, the SP Little Knight will return. And that's a 7 material X Purrely Noir, so it can use its effect once and will still be unaffected.
This is a great play. Plus, I believe it now has 2 sleeping memories attached, which means as soon as it gets to Jared's standby phase, Tim's going to be able to draw 2 cards from his deck. And like the advantage for him is just going to be absolutely spiraling the longer this match goes on.
Yep, so Jared draws the turn.
No cards in hand, Tim says. Soon about to change, though.
Yep, here's the part where we resolve the memories to draw cards. Pot of Prosperity is a very good draw off the top, I would say.
It is very good, but what can you get in this situation when
you're staring down at a X Purrely Noir with 7 material?
Yeah, exactly.
As well as the SP Little Knight.
Maybe it's at this point that instead of giving away like 6 cards in your deck, you just suck it up and go to the next game here. But I know Jared's pushing on. Good on him. Oh, God. And one of the cards that Tim drew was an Ash Blossom. He's saying to Jared, no thanks, you're not even going to... Yep, Tim's definitely going first. And opening the Spirit Gates is his opening card.
He'll have to get the Dark Beckoning Beast to be able to get the other Spirit Gate, but he doesn't play the additional monster to be able to search off the Spirit Gate. Go. Dark Beckoning Beast is summoned, activates effect. In terms of points of interaction, Tim has just 3 Ash Blossoms and 3 Infinite Impermanents. As a Droll Lockbird in the side, not sure if he brought that in.
So yeah, maybe he's going to be relying a lot on all those power spells that he has in the side deck there to be able to push through a going second field from Jared there.
Yeah, looks like he will pop the second Spirit Gates with the Shavara.
And now we've got an Unchained monster, and we've got a Dark Beckoning Beast on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there we go. Link 2.
Into a Yama.
Did the play, and because you had the Shavara in hand, Shavara's effect is going to activate then.
To add the escape, like we saw earlier. Just taking a good look for it. There we go. It's all the way at the top.
Where's the last place you look, isn't it?
And the Yama adding back the Shavara.
Okay. Very good. Maybe you'd like to set that Unchained Trap, maybe. Anyway, opening the Spirit Gate, discard Yubel, bring back Dark Beckoning Beast, and I think there's 2. This is going to be the Unchained Soul of Rage.
Soul of Rage with the escape set, just like we did in game 1.
Then 2 monsters back, Yubel, and 1 Dark Beckoning Beast. That's going to become the Phantom of Yubel. Choosing to summon it in defense mode there. There's possibly telegraphing he's got no access to Nightmare Pain.
Looks like he ended his turn.
Yeah,
I do see 1 Mind Control in Tim's hand.
That's going to be very good
A
indeed.
hand of all spells. It is indeed. But the memories do get access to the monsters, so a hand of all spells isn't entirely... So there's a pot of prosperity, is it?
I think I saw a delicious memory as well, so he's got at least one memory.
I think I saw a dark ruler no more. Oh, it was a lightning storm, so...
Lightning storm, what's he going to be destroying? Spells or traps. Probably best to get rid of the spells at this point, then you get rid of that Unchain there, ruining that interaction.
The Escape of the Unchained is destroyed while set. You get to special summon one Unchained monster from your deck. Unfortunately, the only one that he plays is a Shavara that's in his hand. See the Dark Ruler no more.
Cool. Everything's turned off now. There's going to be no interruptions from that Soul of Rage, and nor the Phantom of Yubel being able to change the effects of Tim's monsters.
You see the stray Purrely Street.
And Delicious Memory. And choosing to discard the Mind Control here.
Well, I guess with the Dark Ruler no more, you don't really need the Mind Control as much anymore.
Definitely. And so Purrely, special summoned with the protection of Stray Purrely Street there. And Jared forgetting that Dark Rule No More was previously activated earlier this turn, not like 30 seconds ago.
Yep.
So activating the effect, and of course it does nothing here. Purrely is able to resolve getting the My Friend Purrely there. Tim pays 500 life points.
Tim drew an absolutely amazing hand going second with that Lightning Storm, the Mind Control, the Dark Ruler no more, as well as a way to start his combo.
Yeah, it's absolutely... really feel like this game is very quickly slipping away from Jared, even though he did manage to go first this match. Oh, this game, sorry. There, that is the Happy Memory. Then Diddy Crow, banishing the Happy Memory. He's not going to be able to rank up his Purrely into a next season monster. And last card in Tim's hand is the Pot of Prosperity here.
It's a very good last card. Essentially lets you look at 6 cards and then sculpt your play based off that.
Interesting way to resolve Pot of Prosperity. A lot of people just flick through the extra deck and put the 6 cards they want to remove to the side. Tim, on the other hand, is doing both, picking what he wants to remove and what he wants to keep.
Got to be very vigilant here. You don't want to accidentally banish or even intentionally banish the wrong one. Perhaps that you don't know what is right or wrong until it comes up.
Exactly. There's nothing worse than resolving Prosperity than about 3 or 4 turns later in the game going, damn, I really could have used that. But hindsight's 20/20, and we're about to see 6 cards off the top of Tim's deck.
One of every street, a black goat laughs, another Prosperity.
And look, is that another Happy Memory? I think it is.
Yep.
And
Goes for a Typhon.
Typhon here. Again, Jared forgetting about the Dark Ruler no more. This is where that player fatigue is really setting in, though. Yeah. Typhon will not be using its effect to bounce. It is merely attacking, but that Solar Rage did get put into Jared's extra deck, I believe. Oh no, he is using it to bounce. Okay then.
Right, so for the viewers, the Shavara was not able to activate because the Unchained Soul of Rage was being protected by the Purrely spell, which prevents destruction. And again, we see a game state where neither player has many cards, but we know that Purrely is very easily able to get back a lot of the cards that they need.
Yeah, we saw this in the last game as well, where Tim was down to almost nothing, but the advantage just snowballed away and quickly overwhelmed Jared there. Well, and while Tim, again, has nothing in his hand, he does have a face down, and he does have the My Friend Purrely, which sticks around. It's going to be another 500 life points off Tim, but he is going to be able to search a card to start his plays.
So he sets 2, and he still has a Shavara in hand, I believe. And now we're in the same position as we were before last game, where Tim doesn't have a lot to start with, but once he gets that My Friend Purrely going,
Tim pays 500 here. He's able to search for the cards that he needs to get going in this match. This game. 1, 2, and 3. Feels 3 are the same, so it doesn't matter if Jared randomly picks or rolls the dice. It's going to be the exact same result.
there we go, that's a happy memory.
Still thinking here. The judge might have to give him a nudge there, might have fallen asleep.
There we go, we see the Solemn Judgment. It's going to take 4,000 life points to be able to stop. It's a very tough decision you have to make. 4,000 is a lot of life points. And you have to decide if whatever you're stopping is worth that.
Especially when Typhon itself has 2,900 attack points. So if this goes in directly, that's going to leave Jared with only 1,100 life points remaining.
One card left in Tim's hand. I couldn't see what it was.
I think it's the card he drew for turn because the memory is the one he added off the My Friend Purrely.
It was a spell.
Tim finished with the stone yet? Yep, there we go.
Okay. Draws to 1 plus Shavara as well as 1 set.
And yeah, what a very good card off the top. It's Nightmare Throne.
Very powerful.
– 12 minutes on the clock here. If Jared's going to finish this up, he's going to have to play quick. Adds the Spirit of Yubel and destroys it, and through its own effect, the Yubel is summoned to the field. Where does Jared go from here?
He does have a Shavara in hand. I think Purrely has a pretty memory in hand.
There we go. Both players should be fully aware of all the cards that are in play currently.
Yep. Looks like the happy memory was activated. protecting one card on the field from being destroyed, and so that does stop the Shavara from happening.
And shuffles Yubel and another monster from his graveyard to summon the Phantom of Yubel once again in this match. Shavara still in hand. And Jared just passes. Here we go.
Draws for turn.
Phantom Yubel in attack mode. I'm not seeing any Nightmare Pains and Typhon there.
Well, even though the path to victory seems clear, I think there is still merit in ensuring that you take all the relevant steps you need to ensure a clean victory. There are many times where people think that the path is clear and there's a massive oversight. I'm sure we've all been there, so even though it is clear, you want to be able to make the most of your turn as if they had all the life points in the world.
Exactly. I believe it was wasn't during the Duel Monsters anime. I think Yugi said something to Kaiba, something along the lines of the duel's not over until the last card is drawn. Something very dramatic like that. And yeah, indeed, in states like this, it can surely happen.
Absolutely.
Whether it's 1 life point or 1100 life points, Jared can still be in this game.
That's the sleepy memory.
Discarding Lightning Storm. Going for a Purrely here.
Yep. Jared's in a bit of a pickle. He has to think carefully about when he uses the effect.
Yeah, he forgot a couple of times last turn about that Dark Rule and no more here, so hopefully he doesn't forget about the effects of Stray Purrely Street, protecting all the special summon Purrely monsters in the turn that there's special summoned.
Right, looks like Phantom of Yubel is finally activating.
Change the effect to destroying a Yubel monster in his deck, destroying the Spirit of Yubel, which will trigger it to summon the regular Yubel here. Jared just declaring that he's only got the 1 card in hand.
Here we see the Purrely. Shuffle a deck, and then we look at the top 3.
I believe so, and he's allowed to add 1 Purrely card.
There we go.
That'll do it. The only
Change
choice.
of Heart and Pot of Prosperity can't be added.
It's Pretty Memory into
Beauty? Beauty's the blue one.
It is indeed.
Yep. You can target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects until the end of the turn.
So he's able to negate the effects of that Yubel there. And Jared doesn't want to risk the attack on his life points, so he's activating the Shavara now, destroying the Yubel. Activating his channelings. He's looking like Yubel 1 and Nightmare Throne 2. Nightmare Throne's going to allow him to add the
Yubel monster from his deck, graveyard, or banishment, whose level is 1 or higher or lower, and then special summon, ignoring summoning conditions.
And there it is, the Terror Incarnate. Doesn't want to risk anything. He doesn't want to risk that there might be another effect negation at Tim's disposal here, so he's putting the Terra Incarnate in defense mode. You've got just under 6 minutes left on the clock here.
He's going to take one read of Yama, just to see how many monsters Jared's able to put up in defense position this turn.
So we're entering the battle phase here, and Beauty is attacking. What effects does Beauty gain by attacking there?
Beauty does not. It just has the effect to target one opponent's monster. That is another pretty memory, giving both players 1,000 life points.
That's nice, a little bit of reprieve for Jared there.
And then pretty memory, you can send one card you control to the graveyard to send one card, target one opponent's card and attach it to this material.
And we finally get the reveal of what Jared's face down card has been all along. There's a triple tactics thrust here. And main phase 2, Downed Magician into a huge Zeus. Amazing amount of materials on there.
Able to detach 2 to send everything on the field to graveyard, but there's 4 more materials, so I believe he will be able to use that 2 more times.
That's correct. I'm just reading, getting clarification on the Terra Incarnate there.
So when this face-up card leaves the field, you can special one Yubel, the Ultimate Nightmare, from your hand, deck, or graveyard.
Oops, absolutely nothing here. Jared, though, no cards left, facing down a Zeus with 4 materials. So let's see what he goes. Tim checking out that graveyard yet again. Curious fella.
What is the draw? That's $1 million question, isn't it?
What a prosperity. You cannot ask for better than that in this situation.
I guess it lets you see 6 draws rather than just 1. You can see from 6 cards and pick the best one from there. Just under 3 minutes on the clock as well. Sizable life point deficit.
Exactly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going for the full 6. Let's see what he flips.
The triple tactics talent, 2 triple tactics talent, Solemn Judgment, Samsara D Lotus, DD Crow, and Terraforming. Terraforming gets you rates off. It's not going to do a whole lot against the Zeus.
Samsara D Lotus, I don't believe is a quick effect, so you can normal summon it and Zeus will just remove it from the field, more than likely.
Triple tactics talent aren't going to do a whole lot.
And we see the concession.